My name is Simon Teller, and I'm on my philanthropy journey. Finally, I'd decided how I was going to make a difference. The question that faced me now was how to make sure that my efforts actually delivered.
Simon, every business has ways of measuring success. Is this the same in the charity or the philanthropy sector?
No. Like a lot of things in philanthropy, I was finding it was more complicated. In my business, you have some fairly clear measures of success. The numbers, as they say, tell the story. And for some charitable acts, measuring success is easy. If more doctors are needed or medicine is needed, there are some wonderful charities out there that can provide that. It's answered a need there and then. But when you're looking to make change upstream, beyond immediate need, it becomes more complicated. Your goals are longer term. They become more subtle. And that makes it much harder to measure their impact or their value for money. That's why it's a really good idea to get advice from experts involved in the charity area you're interested in. You want as much unbiased feedback as you can get. Sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees, and it's a good idea to speak to someone perhaps who isn't a family member to get an idea of what's working, and more importantly, what's not working.
A new venture is inevitably going to be difficult. Did you ever feel like you hit a brick wall?
Oh yes. In the charity sector, when you're dealing with complex issues like health and welfare, there are so many factors to think about. Coming up with a complex solution is actually often easy, but coming up with something that's simple, affordable and sustainable is actually much harder. And to make matters worse, two of the projects that I'd felt most optimistic about quickly ran into difficulties. And after about 9 months of hard work, it looked as though we had nothing to show. The main thing is I stuck at it. And finally, I got a proposal that looked as though it might be the answer. It was a fairly new organisation, but I think that meant they weren't burdened with too many preconceptions. Rather than trying to improve old technologies, they'd tried something completely new, a simple solar-powered water purifier. After all the effort, we were finally about to do what we'd set out to do, to help people and make a difference. Despite all the highs and lows, it only took one piece of technology to make the real impact I was looking for. I thought back to the day that I'd picked up my daughter, the photos that she'd shown me, the heart-to-heart that we had, the decisions we made together. And now, here I was, back where she had begun her journey, but now things were different. It was amazing how much impact one cheap, simple device had. The number of children getting sick had fallen dramatically. But as I looked around, I realized that this wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. The The challenge now is how to replicate this and reach more people in a cost-effective and sustainable way. The good news is we have a plan.